Hey guys, it's Gameface here and welcome back to episode 64 of my Leeds United career. Now in today's episode, we've got three very big games to play. The first of which is against Manchester United in the quarter-finals of the Champions Cup, so a huge game there. Then we've got a game against Leicester in the league a few days later, and after that we've got the second leg of this, so another game against Man United in the quarter-finals. So we will have, by the end of the episode, decided who goes through to the semi-finals, us or Manchester United, obviously in this huge derby match, which we'll see one of these two English teams get knocked out and the other go through. And yeah, before we get into things, if we could go ahead and hit 35 likes on today's episode, I would really appreciate it. And if you've not already, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button as well. Down below, click that red button. I'd also really appreciate that if you did do. And I think we're on 6,800, just over 6,800 subscribers at the moment, so thank you all so much for that. And yeah, let's pretty much crack on with things straight away. This is the side I'm going to go with for the game against Man United. We've got Pickford starting goal, Patterson, Janssen, Arvidsson and Denton as my four defenders. In front of that we've got Delph, Vieira, Snodgrass and Gray, with then Calvin Phillips in behind Berahino. Denton starts in front of Shinnie here because he's got a little bit more energy left. Shinnie's a bit tired, but should be okay hopefully to play the next leg, dependent on obviously what happens in the game against Leicester. And yeah, let's crack on with things straight away. Okay, so this is obviously the home leg for us, but Manchester United here are coming in as the away team, so any goals that they score will obviously class as away goals and count towards who goes through into the next round. So we've got to basically prevent them from scoring in this game. A 0-0, although it'd be very boring, would be okay for us. We'd be able to go to Old Trafford and have the advantage, obviously, when we score, assuming that we would go and score there. But yeah, we've got to focus on trying to win, basically, but also trying to keep the clean sheet, I think, in this leg. I think we also played Man United quite recently, and I'm pretty sure they did very, very well against us. I think it was a 2-1 or a 3-1 in that game. Dybala getting a couple of goals, I think, in that match. He starts again today, so I imagine that we're probably going to have another tough game here. Patterson, Calvin Phillips, Man United quite open at the back here. Delph wins it back, onto Berahino, this is good. Berahino going to cut in and shoot maybe. Oh, gets blocked by and cleared eventually. Very good start for us. Like I said before, Man United looking very open in their defence at the moment. Both the fullbacks getting quite high up. Man United starting to get into this game a little bit now. The first attack that they've had in the match does get cleared by Pickford, but not well enough for us here. Not managing to clear our lines well enough. It's happened again. We've not managed to clear. It happened in the first game that we played against them quite recently, and it's happened again. We couldn't clear it out of our box quick enough. And Mkhitaryan and Dybala, when you've got them in the box, someone's going to take the chance and score. Mkhitaryan takes it, and they've got the away goal. It's not what we wanted. 33 minutes in, and like I said, that was one of their first attacks, if not their first attack. Not really done much. They'd sat back a lot for the opening 30 minutes. And here they've just decided to go forward and they've scored. Very disappointing. Need to get back into this game as quickly as possible. Berahino, loads of space here. Calvin Phillips, come on. Come on. Oh no, that's terrible. So bad. Let the defence catch up. You've got to take that chance. It's as simple as that. You've got to score it. And David De Gea, not with the good save, it's just a save because it's right at him. It's one that he should save. And it's really disappointing that we've not done that just before half-time. Go on. Oh, an opportunity for Gray there. Cleared, and that will probably be it, I think. Yeah, losing the game 1-0 at half-time. Disappointing. We might look to the bench here because there's been one or two players that have struggled to get into this game properly. Calvin Phillips should finish that one off. It's as simple as that. He's got to take that chance. And I probably would take him off. Other than the fact that he's doing quite well positionally. It's more the fact that the finish just wasn't there. Denton might have to be the player that I take off here. Yeah, that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to take off Denton. He's been a bit out of his depth, to be honest, up against Mkhitaryan on that right-hand side. Vincent's going to go play at left-back. He's obviously left-footed, so in theory he should be okay there. And he's much stronger, so he should be able to deal with Mkhitaryan. Chuazabi will come on and play at centre-back, and we'll see how he gets on there. Hopefully he does okay alongside Janssen for the second half. Not ideal, but obviously Charlie Taylor's out injured, and we do have Shinnie that's just not quite fully fit. I don't know why he was on the bench, to be honest. Should have been someone like Coyle, probably, but not quite ready to come back for this game. And yeah, let's go with the second half. Hopefully recover from this 1-0 deficit at the moment. Okay, next change, we're going to take off Snodgrass. We're going to bring on Dakara, put him centrally, and put Calvin Phillips onto the right-hand side. Not ideal to have to do that, but we don't really have any of the wingers on the bench at the moment. And yeah, we're struggling a little bit here. We're struggling to get up the pitch, and I'm hoping Dakara can try and bring us further up the pitch, shield the ball a little bit, and create some chances, because at this rate we will lose this game, and have that away goal to try and come back from in our away leg against Man United. Really frustrating. How Chris Moore was able to turn and shoot, it's an outrage. Calvin Phillips looking to switch it on to Gray. That's a perfect pass. Gray with a good touch as well. Needs some support up here. Berahino back onto Gray. We're in behind. Smalling still going though. Gray. Oh, Patterson. Berahino. Oh, it's a good save. It's a really good strike, that one from Berahino. Caused him some issues. That's the first time we've done that in this half. Might have to look to make that third and final change. We're going to need something a little bit more, I think, going forward here. Final change, we're going to take off Gray and we'll bring on Abraham. And we're going to go to a different formation, try and get those 3 attackers playing as far forward as possible. And basically just going to go 3 up front now, see how that goes. And hopefully cause them some hassle, because we've not really done that, and it's disappointing to not have really given it much of a go in this game so far. It's going to leave us a little bit vulnerable defensively probably, and probably out wide as well, but we're going to have to do it in order to try and get back into this game. Although I'm just hoping it doesn't mean that we can see the second goal, but let's just hope not. Go on, Berahino. No, Eric Bayer's had us every single time in his back pocket. It's been way too easy for him in defence. Not caused him any hassle, even with 3 strikers, not any hassle whatsoever. Neither of them have barely touched the ball. It's been pathetic, really, really poor. And we've only lost the game 1-0, but it's disappointing because it's obviously a away goal. It will definitely affect us in the next leg. But yeah, absolutely gutted there because we didn't create any chances, and that's what worries me more. Had one for Calvin Phillips, which he probably should have scored. In fact, he should have scored. There's no probably about it. He should have scored that one in the first half. And from then on, we didn't really do much else. Great news, Charlie Taylor has returned from injury, so that means he might be able to play against Man United. I don't think he'll be ready though for this game against Leicester. But that is great news now because we have an extra left back in the squad that's actually able to play properly. We might have to use Denton in this game. I'll just quickly assess the squad and wait and see, but let's change things around. And we are going to have to go with the weaker team because it's a few days later, and obviously we've got a game against Man United, so we're going to have to prepare for that one more than we prepare for this one. Okay, this is the side I'm going to go with for the game against Leicester in the league. It's an away match this one. We got Pickford starting in goal, Ayling, Denayer, Anderson and Shinnie as my 4 at the back. Shinnie's starting this game. Charlie Taylor will hopefully play against Man United. In front of that we've got Lecco, Vieira, Cook, Roof, Diame and De Cara. And we'll wait and see how he gets on. Obviously a rotated side. Vieira stays in because he won't be playing against Man United. Didn't do very well in that last game. And this is the bench I've gone with. Plenty of options, obviously, if we need them, especially going forward as usual. And we'll wait and see how we get on. Hopefully get ourselves 3 points. But obviously that rotated team is going to be more tough. Currently 3rd in the league, though, so we're obviously doing quite well at the moment, in a decent position. Probably exceeding expectations, even though we won the league last year. And yeah, 52 points. A win here could see us move further forward, dependent on Manchester City's result. Okay, here we go. We need to get this game over and done with pretty much. We need to crack on and hopefully focus on the Champions Cup afterwards with a win here to hopefully try and start up a few decent performances. We did very well in the last episode. If you didn't see it, we did get 3 wins from 3, so I can't have too many complaints about results recently. Just that slip up against Man United. And hopefully we can get back on track with a win here. That's a terrible start for us. Or it might have just been Leicester has started brilliantly. Great chance early on, 3 minutes in, got themselves a corner. Very quick start from them here. Mahrez to deliver. Slimani's in there. Need to clear it. And we have done much better this time. Diame onto Lewis Cook. Needs to try and play a pass through to Roof here. Great challenge. Or not. It's a penalty. Mahrez. I thought we got the ball. But I won't complain because we've got ourselves a penalty here. 10 minutes in. And we'll quickly take a look at the replay because I'm not convinced it's a red card as well. What more could we ask for? Diame's clapping and waving him off the pitch. A red card and a penalty. And we'll happily take that. Initially I thought it was a good challenge. It certainly wasn't a good challenge. Didn't get any of the ball from what we saw on that angle. Don't really trust Lecco to take it. Wow, actually 82 penalties. Okay, we will trust him. Might that be good? Yes it is. We've scored the goal. 1-0 up. I'm not going to go too mad about it because obviously it was a red card, it was a penalty. It's not a fantastic goal, but it's a goal anyway. And we should go on to see this game out now. We should go on to get a few more goals. They're down to 10 men. One of their key players, Mahrez, obviously now not on the pitch. So we should, in theory, go on to score a few more goals. But we'll wait and see what happens. Oh, it's not even a foul. Cook onto Roof. Plenty of space for him to run into here. And, oh, they've gone back to when we found one of their players. Yeah, that wasn't even a foul, which is brilliant. He's obviously injured, so it probably was a foul, but nothing was given at the time. Diame look for the pass through. It's a good pass as well. Anderson with the shot. It's 2-0. The centre-back's got up the pitch. Don't know where from, but it is 2-0. We've got the second goal. We can afford to send up players like that, even without knowing, because obviously they've got one less player on the pitch. And that should really see us with the 3 points here. It should really see the game off, and that's just before half-time. Anderson slotting home, not the greatest finish, but it's a centre-back on his favoured foot, I think, as well, actually. Well held up. I don't know where this run's come from. Perfectly weighted pass, and the finish was good enough. 2-0 just before half-time. Laporte to deliver this corner. Unusual, but we'll go with it anyway. It's going to be the final chance of the game. And yeah, that's probably why he is a centre-back. Not the greatest of corners. The Carrot weren't able to hold it up. That was a perfect opportunity for a counter-attack there. But it's half-time. We're winning the game 2-0. It's really comfortable. We should see this game out now and get the 3 points in the bag. We might look to make some changes. I'm not really too sure. We'll wait and see as the game goes on. But yeah, certainly should go on to probably score another couple of goals as well. Yes, Shinnie getting forward. No height in the box here though, so he's going to go for the pass to Lewis Cook on his left foot. What a strike, what a save. Okay, first 2 changes now, just going to protect a few players. We're going to take off Shinnie and Vieira. Denton and Wright will come on just to fill those positions. The game should pretty much be seeing out now. I know there's still a little bit of time left, over 30 minutes, but realistically we should go on to win this match. So we are going to just protect those 2. Hope that maybe Shinnie might get a game against Manchester United. Obviously we were aiming for Charlie Taylor, but we don't have any guarantees that he'll be back in time. He obviously has resumed training, but might not be fully fit to join us. Okay, final change. Chris Wood's going to come on. We'll take off Lewis Cook. So quite an attacking change, this one. DeCarlo playing behind Wood, and we've got Diame just dropping back alongside Wright. And yeah, we'll wait and see how that goes. Just obviously, again, trying to protect Lewis Cook. There's no need to really waste his energy in this sort of game, where we've pretty much seen the game off. And yeah, we'll wait and see what happens. Also gives us a bit more height up front as well. That's the main aim behind it, to try and get a few of those crosses headed in the back of the net. Right, onto Roof. There's loads of space for him to run in behind here. Roof, is he able to, though, with his pace? Looking for a cross. Chris Wood's in there. Oh, what a good chance. Again, it's on a plate for him. How many times has that happened in today's match against Leicester? Too many times, and we've not managed to take the opportunities. Should be winning this game more than 2-0. It might be an opportunity here for Chris Wood to do that. Again, gets blocked. How unlucky can you get? Oh, DeCarro's won it back onto Chris Wood. Chris Wood, and finally, wait, he's offside. No, we've got the goal. Just waiting for the scoreboard to change, and it is 3-0. Chris Wood gets a goal against his former club. We'll take that 88th minute. It's taken far too long to get the 3rd goal, but it's happened anyway, and it's a good 3-0 win for us. The game's pretty much died out, to be honest, since the red card. So 10 minutes in, it's not been a fantastic game. Especially, I suppose, since the first 2 goals in the first half, it's kind of died off, to be honest. With Leicester mainly trying to defend, not looking to go forward that often, kind of accepting defeats. But that 3rd goal definitely secures that in the 88th minute, and we should now get the 3 points. That's it, we've won the game 3-0. We'll take the 3 points here against Leicester City. A good performance, but it's to be expected. They were down to 10 men. We can't really look too much at that scoreline and be that happy with it. It's obviously a good scoreline, but it was against 10 men. Inevitably, we should have won it with that penalty 10 minutes in. But yeah, let's crack on with the Manchester United game now. It's the second leg. This is a big one. This is the one that determines what happens with our Champions League fate. Obviously, again, the expectations are not particularly high to go into the semi-finals of the Champions League. It's not even one of my thoughts, really, this season. It was not to try and go on and win the Champions League. Obviously, great if that happens. But ideally, I was just trying to get through the group stage, into the round of 16 potentially, and you can see that they wanted me to get into the knockout stages. We've done that already, so we've met that objective, and it was a low objective anyway. But yeah, hopefully we can go a few steps further and maybe beat Manchester United to get us into the next round here. Okay, this is the side that we're going to go with for the game against Manchester United. Quite an easy team to pick, this one, to be honest. Pickford's going to start in goal. Patterson, Janssen, Arvidsson and Shinnie as my 4 at the back. Charlie Taylor on the bench, still not fully recovered, and obviously Shinnie is fully recovered from the last game, so that's fine. Bridcut, Delph, Aarons, Moreno and Cook as my midfielders, with Berahino starting up front. That's the bench I've gone with. Like I said before, Charlie Taylor's on there. If we need another left back, might get a run out. If we were to be winning comfortably towards the end, we might bring him on. Not too sure. We'll obviously wait and see what the circumstances are. But yeah, let's crack on. We need to get ourselves an away goal, first of all, to try and level up with Man United, and then we'll push on hopefully from there. Here we go, it's the big one. We're at Old Trafford. This is the one that determines what happens to us in the Champions League. It's obviously going to be a tough game. We've lost twice to them recently, obviously in the earlier on in today's episode and in previous episodes as well. So we need to try and prevent that from happening again. I don't think we've beaten them, at least not to my recollection anyway. I can't remember beating them recently. So we need to try and change things here in this away leg. It's going to be very, very tough, but things have been made slightly easier by the exclusion of Eric Bailly by the looks of it. He was incredible in that first leg, really just stopped any attacks, especially late on. So the fact he's not in does give us a little bit of a boost. Moreno onto Berahino. Bridge cut on the right-hand side. Looking for a little chip, maybe. Berahino! Oh, not quite enough power behind that header. It was difficult. It was a difficult positioning of the cross and wasn't able to do enough to challenge the goalkeeper. Got another chance for us here, though. Berahino runs away from it. Aaron's cutting in. That's brilliant. Aaron's still going. Gets brought down. Oh, it's a great opportunity. Did seem like he got a push to me. Could have been given, but wasn't. We're going to have to change something here. It's not even half-time, but it's terrible here. It's really, really bad. I'd moved Lewis Cook a little bit further back earlier on because he wasn't quite picking up someone in midfield, in Man United's midfield, so I moved him back a little bit. He's gone far too back now. It's ridiculous. Not quite doing what I'm telling him to do, so we're going to have to try and move him forward again and just see whether that works. But it's so bad. It's so bad at the moment. Not a threat going forward at all, and I hate it when that's the case, because we should be. Half-time, 0-0. Yeah, we might even have to look to the bench because it has been that bad. It's been absolutely terrible. Nothing really to show you, to be honest. Okay, we're going to go with something a little bit different. It's a bit risky, but Cook hasn't contributed that much, so we're going to bring on Gray, play him centrally in behind Berahino. The next option, if that doesn't work, is to go with strength. We're obviously trying a bit of pace here down the middle, but we'll wait and see. If that doesn't work, then we'll try a bit of strength, because that has been a bit of an issue going forward. Berahino, I thought, would give us a bit more than that, but he really hasn't, to be honest, so... yeah, we might have to look to other options. I think Abraham on the bench is probably our better one. Might even have Chris Wood on there, so obviously that would be a good option for us as well. But yeah, a bit disappointed with that first half, to say the least. And we'll go with a similar thing again, hopefully. Delph. Go on, flick it on. Oh, so close. Aaron's. Go on, somebody. Oh, why are you trying to side foot it? Smash it. Just smash it in the back of the net. Delph looking for a cross. Oh, on the plate for Patterson if he was actually on his feet. He wasn't, he was on the ground, and of course it's given us offside. Berahino, oh, wins it back, gets brought down, nothing's given. Still going, and oh, he sums up our performances against Man United. Okay, something a little bit different here. The final two changes, two strikers coming on, Wood and Abraham. We're going to take off Berahino and Moreno. Obviously a very strange formation, but there's 20 minutes left, we have no option. We're going out of the Champions League at this rate. We don't want to do that, so we're going to have to try and get back on level terms with a goal. Just can't believe how so unlucky we've been. So unlucky, been terrible, our luck in this game. Aaron's here. Shinny looking for a cross. It's a good delivery. Oh, please be a corner, something. How has he not headed that? It's right onto his head. Oh, that's such an easy chance. Delph going to deliver a cross in. Arvidsson heads it on. Oh my days! No way, that's a hell of a goal. Who has scored that? What a strike. Is that an overhead kick of sorts? Is that Patterson? I can't believe that. What sort of... I've never seen that happen before in a game. And as you can see, it looks like we've won the Champions League for those celebrations. What a kick that is. What the hell has gone on here? It's an overhead kick. He stays on his feet. I have no idea what that is. Unbelievable, and it's got us on level terms, not even through here. It's an away goal though. Oh my god, we've just brought on two strikers. Great, how do I now go about this? This really changes things in the final 15 minutes. Okay, so we'll go to a more 4-4-2 looking formation now. Obviously those two strikers have come on, so there's 15 minutes to go. We're going to have to deal with that. And of course we might well be going into extra time here. Obviously as it stands we will be. But there's still some time to play. There's still hope for us to try and get ourselves a winning goal. Which even if they were to score as well, would see us through. And they're throwing loads of players forward. Look at that. We might have a chance on the break if we can win it back. And that's going to be our issue, is getting it back off them. Oh, that's an obvious foul. Get the card out. Come on, I've got my invisible card out. You've got to give him something there. Go on. Oh, Delph's won it back. Delph's still going. Delph! Oh no, we can't finish it off. Abraham! Let's just move on. He's terrible. On to Aaron's. He's going to look for the overlap, or maybe even Chris Wood would be the better option. Wood's taking it on some sort of touch. Wood! Oh, I thought he'd scored it. I thought he'd scored that. Really should have as well. I know it's on his weaker foot, but it's a great chance. He's put it wide. It's disappointing from Chris Wood. That's it for the 90 minutes. We're obviously going into extra time now. So happy that we obviously got the goal. No idea how it went in there from Patterson, but it has taken us into extra time, and we will see what awaits in the next 30 minutes. Potentially penalties after that. No, I didn't ask for that there. Why would I want that right on a plate for them? Oh, you've caused us havoc and nearly scored us an own goal. think it's going to be penalties. There's 1 minute to go and nobody looks like doing anything here. The only thing we've looked like doing is scoring our own goal in this half, so it's not good, and neither's that pass. What the hell is that? That's an embarrassment. You should not be a footballer, Abraham. Terrible once again. And yeah, not a great second half of extra time. We're into penalties. We've had most of the shots, as you can see there. But now it just essentially goes down to luck. So we'll quickly change around the order and see what this brings. Okay, here we go. We're going to have to hopefully try and save this opening one here. It's going to be Kukoviak to step up for Man United. We're going to go left, and so is he. It's saved by Pickford. Brilliant start for us. That's put us obviously at an advantage, but only if we score this. Chris Wood's going to step up now. Going to go right. De Gea's not going to save it right into the corner. 1-0 up. Good start. Mata. I think we're going to go right here because he's left-footed. Sometimes they like to switch it up. We'll wait and see. Might even decide to dink me. Let's see. We're going to go right, and he's gone left. Opposite way to all the different options that I expected. Okay, great. Again, going to go right with him. And perfectly placed yet again. David De Gea staying firmly on the spot. We've got Lewandowski, who we'd obviously all expect to score this. Will he, though? Oh, only just. Pickford just diving a little bit too early, I think, in the end. Patterson's going to look to go down the right-hand side here. And sends David De Gea the wrong way yet again. Martial for Manchester United. Can he make it 3-3? We're going to go left, and he's gone right. He's done very well there, Martial, with that penalty. Abraham. I think we're going to want to stay right, but I think we're going to go left. That could be the wrong decision, and it's not. We've done well there. Gone the opposite way. 4-3. I think if they miss this, we will go through. So that's obviously great news for us. Pretty sure if they miss and we score, then we would go through. Memphis Depay goes the opposite way to where we dived, and it is 4-4. If we score this, then that obviously puts us in a great position, but it's some left-footers coming up here. You know what happens with left-footers, we never score them. And it does happen this time, though. We've won. We are into the semi-finals. I didn't actually realise that was the one to win it, to be honest. But it is. And we have got through into the next round. Aaron's there. A left footer to actually score a penalty. Slots at home. Again, De Gea not really moving, so made it quite easy for us in the shootout. But that is everything. We've managed to get ourselves into the semi-finals. Who knows who we'll play against. Very, very good result. Deserved, I'd say, based on this performance. It's obviously not been great. We've been very unlucky, I think, at times. But it might well be Dortmund. I'm not really too sure. Depends on the other game as well that's being played. But fantastic news for us to get into the semi-finals. That's great. And it does look like it will be Dortmund in the semis, but we'll wait and see. In the other semi-final, it might well be Bayern Munich or Real Madrid and Barcelona. So what a potential final that could be, but we've got to get through the semis first. And that will be everything for today's episode. Great news that we've got through into the semi-finals of the Champions Cup. Knocked out Manchester United. The way that we did it in that second leg was quite incredible, really. Obviously had to take it to a penalty shootout. Patterson with the goal. He doesn't score many, but that's a hell of a goal. Doesn't need to score for a long, long time now. And that one has certainly got us into the next round and got us 6 million as well. So we can't really complain too much about that. Might even see himself get a wage increase from that. But that will be everything for today's episode. Thank you all so much for watching. If we could go ahead and hit 35 likes on today's episode, I would really appreciate it. And if you're new to the channel and you haven't already, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button as well. That'd be absolutely fantastic. And I'll see you guys for the next episode of the Leeds United Career Mode. Thanks for watching and goodbye.